subsample, it is for the practice, it is given 500 times subsamples, but when you will do your do your own analysis, final result that you want, in that case you will give 5000 times for our practice, because if you give 5000 times it will take more time for calculation. So normally during 500 times is for our practice, but in the case of your own analysis for final result you will give here 5000 times. So you can select complete bootstrapping or basic bootstrapping. There is no such a difference thing. I did not find any difference. So you can keep it basic bootstrapping, and bias corrected and accelerated BCA, bias corrected bootstrap. You have to use two tail or one tail, but in our case two tail we are using. Anybody have any very good answer why you use one tail or two tail? Anyone? What does it mean, one tail and two tail?
I think it has to do with directional and non-directional hypothesis.
Yes, brother Samuel. Very good. If it is directional, if it is unidirectional, that is either positive effect or negative effect. If you are mentioning that, in that case, you can use one tail. And if you are either you are ready to accept, and if you have developed the hypothesis that it might have positive effect or negative effect, in that case you can use the two tail. So it depends on you and your direction of your hypothesis. So in our case it is. And what is 0.05 significance level? What does it mean actually, brother Samuel or brother Fakhrul, sister Parveen? Hello, hello.
Yes, sir.
What does it mean? 0.05
Yes,
significance
sir. We
level.
are here.
Yes. 0.05 significance level. What does it mean?
Sir, 0.5 is insignificant. 0.05. At that level, we can say that the variable is a significant, and if a variable is a significant, mean alternative hypothesis is accepted, then we can say that it has an impact on the dependent variable.
Brother Samuel?
Actually, the 0.05 is the 0.05 is the margin of error that we are allowing in this study.
Who is this
So if
brother?
the
Yes.
Who
significant,
is this brother?
if the like
Fakhrul. MashaAllah.
Focus.
MashaAllah. Yes. Very nice answer. Yes, brother. Carry on. Yeah.
So if our error rate is like more than 5%, then the or null hypothesis will be accepted. This is directly relevant to the null and alternative hypothesis. So also, if we are excluding the 5%, then the 95% that is the confidence interval that actually represent that whether this study is replicable or not. So all the scientific study that we conduct through like survey and other stuffs, it has to be replicable in other conditions also. So let's say that I have collected 100 data and I have found that the result is significant. So if somebody else is using my instrument, my questionnaire, and collecting data from some other sample, and 95% of the time it should give the similar result that originally generated from the study.
Thank you very much, brother Fakhrul. Jazakallah khair. Very nice answer. Hopefully everybody understood it. That means our result will be 95%, we are assuming that our study is 95% correct. That is, we are confident that our study, the result we are obtaining, it has 95% precision. If it is higher than 5% means it will be less than 95%. We cannot accept that one. So in social science research, we consider up to 95%. If it is less than 95%, we don't consider it normally. So then start everyone, please.
Sir, if we have the 10% level, sir, if
Okay.
we have the 10% level, then we can accept the results. Mean we have the three level of significance: 1%, 10%, and
Okay.
5%.
In
Or
that
we
case,
can
you
say
have
that
to
5% is
in
on
that
average.
case, you have to, if you are intended to see it 10%, 90%, then it is to be like this: 10% significance level, then 90%, 90% is confidence interval. And if you want to
Exactly,
99%,
90% are gone.
then it would be
Yes,
99%. If you want significance level, then 0.01.
exactly.
Okay,
Thank you.
mute your mic, sister, please. Okay, then
Hello,
yes,
doctor. Can I ask a question
yes,
just
please.
quickly because I have joined maybe I joined after the time during the
Okay,
break. So my question is, are we going to have the recorded session so we can go
yes,
through the information that we have missed in the morning?
yes.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Okay.
Okay, so we can just after yeah, checking all of this, then go for start calculation. Okay, so this is the result that we obtained from our study. Here we will check, since we do not have any mediating and moderating variable, we shall check the result, the what is the effect of OS on performance. This is the original sample, means the beta value. This beta value normally, if it is significant, it is normally comes at least 0.1, and this is unstandardized beta, this is standard deviation. The t value means here it should be for significant, for 95% significance, uh, sorry, 95% confidence interval, we need it 1.96. If it is 1.96, then it gets significant result. Then if it is 1.96, then the p value comes less than 0.05. Then welfare, and so in our case, with performance there is a significant relationship, right? Then welfare with performance, here also less than point, since the p value is less than 0.05 and t value is higher than 1.96, and original sample is at least 0.1, so we can say both of our proposed hypothesis is significant. So how to,
Sir,
yes, please.
sorry,
Sir,
sorry. Sir, please
sir,
continue.
is it a null
Please
of the
continue.
hypothesis, sir? Sir,
Yes,
can we consider it as a null hypothesis?
actually, null hypothesis I have seen in earlier thesis, 20 years, 30 years back, people used to use a null hypothesis, OS do not have any significant effect on performance, and alternate hypothesis OS has a significant effect on. So nowadays, nobody use this null hypothesis, and or do not expect this, because we already in a stage that we assume that we always consider the alternative hypothesis. If it is less than, if it is higher than 0.05, we assume that null hypothesis is accepted. So we no need to mention this. So we do not go for the null hypothesis. Null hypothesis is accepted when, if it is the p value is more than 0.05 and t value is less than 1.96. So that's why we in our, even in our thesis and in our proposed hypothesis, we do not mention the null hypothesis, or we always mention the alternate hypothesis. in the current contemporary research world. That is the practice now. You got the point?
Thank you. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sister, you were just
Yes, sir. Sir, I asked a question that p-values can be changed in every model, because when I run this model, I found the value 0.006, but in your model, it is equals to 0.004.
okay.
I am
Sister,
little bit confused.
okay. Yes, sister. Very
Like,
relevant and very important question.
yes,
Sister Parveen and all of you. That
yes, sir.
is the question. Where smart PLS has a problem in bootstrapping, not in measurement model or PLS algorithm.
Okay,
Every new
okay,
time it gives different results. It is called seeding problem, very minor problem. I already talked with Ringel, who has
okay,
developed this model, and he told me that it is not a very big issue. Then I told him it is certainly an issue. Suppose if it is in marginal level, you will find in one time if you run it, then it becomes
yes,
suppose point 0.48. It is significant.
yes,
In another time you
yes,
run, it is coming point 0.052 or
yes.
0.053. So it is going for non-significant,
Sig-
so
yes,
insignificant. So the whole hypothesis is going, my whole study is going either significant or not significant. I am not taking any decision. Either I shall consider
exactly.
these factors as a significant effect or not. So it is a serious issue, but they cannot give me any proper result. But in the
Oh,
case of Amos, every time the accurate result will give you. But in the case of Amos, you and me are giving different result, as well as when again I am telling you, I am going to show you. Say point 001, point 8.442 to suppose I just copying it. Mute your mic, noise is coming. Okay, just I am showing you again. I shall yeah, run the model and you will see the different result is coming.
sir, as
Hello, hello.
yes, sir.
Okay, actually
Yes, sir. We are
suddenly
here.
Yes, sir. What is this thing?
the electricity gone. So just a minute, I just make an arrangement. কারেন্ট চলে গেছে না? হ্যাঁ ডাটা আছে আমার। Sorry for inconvenience. Actually, in my last workshop, there was problem in schedule. Yeah, you can say load shedding in our area. So we have issue in electricity. That's why now I am using my a mobile phone using as hotspot, so we don't have any issue, inshallah. So what
Thank you,
was
sir.
your question? I forget, sister.
Sir, I was asking that
Oh yes, yes, I forgot.
there is any.
Yes, please,
Yeah.
please, please, uh, please ask me.
Is there any option we can check the validity of our results, because every time we found we get new results. How can we check the validity of our results? In one time they are significant, and on another time we can say that they may be insignificant. So there is any option, kind of benchmark,
Okay,
we can
yes,
check
we
the
do not
validity
have
of
any
our results.
benchmark or any option that to correct it from the smart PLS,
Oh,
within the smart PLS. However, for my client, when I do analysis for my client, what I do, uh, I, uh, I check everything. If it is I am satisfied, this result will be okay. Then when I shall when I run the model, I take the yeah, result of Excel result, as well as I take the picture at a time. Suppose this is the result I have taken, and this is the picture. The same result came here. Suppose I take the Excel result, and the picture if I take in another time, there will be different. So that's why same time when you are taking the picture, same time you will take the result. So if anyone check the result of this from the picture, they will get the same result, as well as they will get the same result in your Excel sheet. However, I wanted to show you how every time it gives a different result, a little bit different. Just let me show you how the different result comes. So if I rerun the model again through the bootstrapping, start calculation. See, now the result comes different, right? If we take it to the Excel sheet, see, earlier it was 0.004, now it is 0.006. See, here also this is the problem of smart PLS software. So however, it is very minor issue. If only this becomes
okay.
an issue when the result is very terminal point. Okay, so one time positive or negative. However, in other case, if it is positive, if it is significant, then it comes significant. Only you get when it comes significant, it is better. I would suggest if it is terminal point, take the significant one. Run again and again. If it is come significant, then that result you show. Okay. Then how to present the result? You can here see
Okay.
Prof,
hypothesis.
Prof,
Yes.
I wish you can show us how to copy that picture,
Okay.
the
Okay.
picture,
Yes.
so that we can present it alongside the result, the typing result.
Okay. I am going to show you. Here, this is our software, right, brother?
Mm.
Okay. Just here, are you getting one option here, Excel format?
Yes.
Okay. Just click on here and open a new Excel sheet. Okay. And go there and control V or control V or paste or paste.
Again, Prof, it's not clear, please.
No, I mean the picture, the picture.
Oh yeah, okay, picture. Just a minute. This is go to your workplace practice. Just a minute. One of our friends, Professor Dr. Kamaluthi. Okay. So you can take this picture like any of these workplace. If you click the right button, you will find a drop down list like before. The last option,
Okay.
export as image to
Okay.
clipboard. Just click on here and
Okay.
take it to your thesis and Word file. Just WOR. Just a minute. Okay. just here control V or just paste here.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, you can do
Okay.
like this. Picture border, you can use it like this. So this is how to present the result of our hypothesis. Okay, this one we can delete. This is the hypothesis, and this is the value of beta, or you can say
Uh,
yes, yes, sir.
Sir, how we can paste our shape in a Word file,
Yes,
tree form. Sorry,
okay, okay.
please. Thank you.
This is your model. If you go here, WordPress practice,
Uh,
or in your model,
yes, sir.
just click the right button anywhere. You will get a drop down
Okay.
list like this. The last option on the bottom, export as image to
Okay.
clipboard.
Okay.
Just click on here. Just open a Word file or your thesis. There you can just control V, or just click the right button and paste option. Okay, this is a picture format it comes.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so this is how we extract the result. Now how to present the result in our thesis. So beta is a t value, and this is the p, and this is the decision. Okay, so how we will present our results. This is significant or not significant?
Sir, both are significant.
Significant. Okay,
They are both significant.
okay.
First one is
Not significant. Why, brother?
because the value is, oh no, significant. Sorry, it's
Yes.
00. Sorry.
Yes, and also significant. Okay. This is how we present the result of our hypothesis. Now, in our structural model assessment, this assessment we need the R square value, F square value, effect size. What is the effect size? What is the R coefficient of determination? That is called the R square value, and then collinearity, inner VIF values, and predictive relevance. There are 4 other results that we need to present in our structural model assessment. And how to get this result? So you have to go to the PLS algorithm result. Here, if you click on here in the above site, PLS algorithm result, there in the PLS algorithm, if you check the R square value, see R square, so you will find the R square value. So you just take this Excel format from here and go to the new sheet of your result presentation and control V or paste there. Anybody can say anything about what is the meaning of R square adjusted?
Mean के performance of the model is 52%. Performance is 52%, and according to adjusted R square, it's 51%.
What does it mean actually? The difference between R square and R square adjusted?
Mean your dependent variable is explained by with the help of the independent variables is 52%. Mean ke 52% is your model is explained with the help of your independent variable.
Okay. how about r square adjusted? What is the difference between r square and r square
In
adjusted?
the model tested,
Sir, for
I
R
think
square, the range is 0 to 1. If it is 0, it means K performance is 0, and if 1, to strongly your dependent variable is explained. But in adjusted R square, we take the range -1 to +1. This is the basically difference.
I think if the model is tested on new sample, the adjusted R square will represent the new sample R square. So it shows the shrinkage of original R square with the adjusted R square. Whether the model is reliable or not, that can be ascertained through examining the adjusted R square. Is it okay?
Yes, I think, doctor. Thank you very much. I am always a little bit confused. R square and adjusted R square. I read many here, but I cannot explain it properly. But your explanation and Sister Parvin's explanation is very nice. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
However, this is 52% R square value. So we have to how to interpret this result. If you go through my sheet I have given to you, the presentation slide, you will find that according to higher, if this R square value is 75%, then it is called adequate. Adequate. If it is in between 50 to 75, then it is called moderate. And if it is 25 to 50, then it is called you can say small small r square value. But however, in the case of Cohen 1988, he told that if it is more than 35%, 0.35, it is adequate, and if it is in between 13 to 25, sorry 35, 13 to 35, then no, it is, if it is 25%, it is adequate, and if it is I think 13 to 25, then it is moderate, and less than 13, it is I think it is weak or small, like this. So I'm going to show you the recommendation. Okay. Okay, bootstrapping in a VIF and algorithm. Okay, path coefficient, the beta value, and the level of acceptance. I have given you the here level of acceptance for in the case of two tail, in the case of one tail, the p value and e value all are given here. So after that VIF, VIF I will say okay, r square value and okay. According to higher, it is 75% is substantial, and 75 and 50% is moderate, and less than 25 to 50%, it is 49%, it is weak. But according to Chin, it is 67% or above is substantial, and 33% is 33% is moderate. But normally we use the Cohen. It is safe to explain it. That is the 35% is substantial, then 15% is moderate, and 0.2 to 14 it is weak. So this is how we explain the coefficient of determination r square. So sometimes what happened if the r square result if comes very low, sometimes what happened students become confused, and sometimes supervisor they ask why your r square value is less. then students cannot give the proper answer. What would be your suggestion for that kind of result? Is there anybody who can explain it more? Sometimes I have seen many.
There are
Uh, yes, yes, please.
some important variable, independent variables are missing.
Okay. Anybody have any other good answer? If the R square result is low, how the students will protect himself?
There are many reasons to have obtained low R square value. For example, the questionnaire you have used having low reliability. When the
Okay.
reliability is very low, correlation and subsequent R square will also be low. This one explanation. The second explanation already given by someone else, that is the predictor you have selected are not the real predictors of the outcome dependent variables. So many explanations are plausible, but you have to provide the appropriate explanation based on your research.
Okay. Suppose someone he based on the theory suggested he take all the variables are okay and he has collected the data in a proper way. So if still it is coming low, then the result the answer would be actually a researcher. He is an objective way of doing his research. So what the result is coming, he has to present the result. He has to be very truthful about his result. So nobody can say just simply he has to present what the result is coming. So the student should not take this in their shoulder. Oh, why this result is coming very low? As he is a objectivist and positivist researcher, so his study is objective way of his research. So what the result is coming, he is just simply present the result. So everybody should accept that result if he has properly select the variables and properly use the theory and collected the data. So in that case he has to be very truthful about his the result. So it is not a
The
good
researcher
thing.
must be ready to
Yes,
accept the hypothesis or retain hypothesis.
yes, pardon.
The researcher must be ready to, the researcher must be ready to either accept or
Yes,
reject the hypothesis. So
yes,
the
exactly.
finding is the finding.
Yes, exactly, Prof. Thank you very much, Doctor. Okay, this is the R square result. Now we shall check the what is the effect size. This is called the effect size. So we can take this result and we will put how to present the results. Here we will write here the exogenous variable here. Exogenous variable means independent variable. Exogenous variable.
Dear sir, may I ask you one question which was actually due in morning session? I was in hurry mood. I just listened to, but I could not ask you. Is it right time to ask the question?
Please, please.
It is about the models regarding measurement model and the structural model. You talked about measurement model is of two types. One is reflective, the other one is formative.
Formative. Yes.
Within this measurement model, you have assessed the measurement model through some uh, internal consistency reliability, conversion validity, and discriminant validity.
Yes,
And
exactly.
under the internal consistency, you talked about tau equivalent. So, for example, the measurement model follows congeneric model or essential tau equivalent. What will be the answer in this case? Because there are four measurement models, but you already mentioned only the tau equivalent. The rest of the measurement models are missing in the morning session.
What did you say? Try what model?
When you are talking about measurement models in SEM,
Okay.
you only talked about formative and
And
reflective model.
okay.
And within the reflective or formative model, perhaps reflective model, you mentioned internal consistency.
Yes.
And under the internal consistency, you talked about the tau equivalent.
Tau
But as
equivalent.
far as I
I did
know,
not talk about tau equivalent. Internal
there was a word
internal
in there.
consistency. We
Yes,
have two requirement. One is Cronbach alpha and composite reliability.
yes, but under the coefficient or Cronbach alpha, you talked about one word, tau equivalent. But Cronbach alpha is only applicable to measurement model having tau or essentially tau equivalent model in measurement model.
Okay.
If the indicators represent congeneric or parallel model, in that case, what will be the coefficient to be calculated?
I don't have any idea. The first time I am listening from you this congenial model or this type of model. This is the first time for me listening from you.
Oh,
If you have any
there are
idea,
four
you can
measurement
explain.
models. One, because internal consistency reliability can be computed in many different ways. One is split up, the other one is coefficient alpha. When the measurement model follows the congeneric model, you have to compute coefficient omega.
What is congeneric model?
So
Congeneric model.
there are four measurement models. The measurement models represent whether the indicators measuring a latent construct
Okay.
are parallel or not. If the measurement
What does it?
indicators are congeneric means
What does parallel means here?
parallel means all the items if measured then the true value will be equal for all items and the variance for all items will be same and the error variance will be also same. That is called parallel model. But in
Okay.
most cases, the indicators are not representing parallel model. Rather, the items are different and they are measuring the true value in different ways and their error variance is also different. In that case, it is representing congeneric model. When the indicators are representing congeneric, in that case, you cannot compute coefficient alpha. Rather, you have to compute coefficient omega.
Okay. Okay. This is new for me. Is it in under social science or econometrics or any other yeah, aspects you are talking about?
It is under the psychometrics. If you go through the literature of psychometrics, because
Okay.
the whole presentation you are representing is based on conformity factor analysis and
Yes.
combination of path regression. So
Yes.
this measurement model applies equally to report. I think so. Thank you for your nice presentation. Please continue.
Thank you very much, Prof. Okay. Okay. This is the value of the f square value. What is the criteria for f square value? Okay. F square according to Cohen and Higher 2014, if it is 35%, it is a large effect size, and if it is more than in between 15 to 25%, 24%, then it is called yeah, medium effect size, and if it is in between 14 to 0.02 to 15 14,